Hey guys, today I'm going to do a video on this very important topic, which is how to choose your diet. And I felt the need to make this video because a lot of us, well, most of us who are not very accustomed to nutrition and exercise or fitness in general, and a lot of us who are just starting out in our journey, don't really have an idea how to choose our diet. And I say this because I myself was a, let's say, victim of basically lack of knowledge, which came from lack of research. And had I known at that point of time what I know now, these would have been the criteria that I would have chosen to pick up which diet was right for me. Well, the first step of any fitness journey begins with a goal, and most of us have a goal in mind. That's why we start on a diet, okay? But after setting the goals, you also have to calculate. So the first step is to calculate macros. If you want to lose weight, calculate your deficit, and if you want to gain weight, calculate your surplus. And I stress, guys, do please calculate your macros. Just going deficit or surplus may help you lose weight, but if your macros are not dialed in, if your macros are not correct as per your nutritional needs, you will not achieve the body composition you are looking for, and especially the muscle to fat ratio if you are looking to change that. Step 2 is to assess your health, which a lot of us don't do because we just see some diet and very promising transformation pictures, and we just think, okay, if it has worked for her, it will work for me. But it is so important, guys. For a diet to work, you need to assess your health. And by assessing your health, I mean take into consideration, any existing health conditions you know of. And if you have any doubts, go and get a complete blood work done or a complete assessment done by a health expert, because why? I'm going to tell you my own experience. Now we know that I'm insulin resistant, but when I was trying to lose weight, which was a period of 3 years, I really had no idea that I was insulin resistant. And guys, I tried so many diets. I mean, you name it. I tried to do the vegetarian diet. I tried to do the, those diets, those juice diets, which tell you like you'll lose a lot of weight within 2 weeks. Yeah, I tried to do those diets. Don't know what I was expecting with that, but I did try that. And what I was doing basically was, you see, when you have insulin resistance and when you drink so much fruit juice, and my mom used to get us the real juice, like it used to say like there is no added sugar, but even orange juice or mango juice naturally also has a lot of fruit sugar in it. So, and I was also trying to get rid of my tea addiction at that point of time. So instead of tea, I used to just gulp down like glasses of orange juice or mixed fruit juice or juice, basically, because I wanted to get rid of my tea addiction. And what ended up happening was that would just make my insulin go whoop, and then I would crash down. I would not feel good. And in the long run, I feel to some extent that also contributed to making my insulin resistance worse, because I was just feeding so much sugar. I know it was natural sugar, but still I was feeding my body so much sugar, which I was not supposed to do. So assess your health. If you are a diabetic, then you need to assess it. And if, for example, if you're someone who has compromised kidney or liver function due to alcoholism or for whatever reason, excuse me, and then you try to go on a high protein diet, what will happen is that you will be putting extra pressure on your liver and your kidneys, because breaking down protein is, of course, extra work for it. And then you might lose weight, like you may see results. And if you're in a deficit, of course, you will see results. So you may see results, but in the long run, it won't be very sustainable, and it won't be, let's say, it won't be helpful in improving your overall health. And when we go on a diet, we are looking to improve our overall fitness, not only aesthetically, but also from within, The third and the most important step in choosing your diet, guys, sustainability. And why I say sustainability is because 90% of people fail not because they are not starting a diet, it's because they cannot sustain a diet. And this factor sustainability can be broken down into a lot of parts or subparts, and I'm going to show you to give you an idea of a few of those. I have three factors which I felt plays a very important role in deciding the sustainability of your diet, which were very true in my case. Okay, first of all is the kind of job you do. For example, if you're someone who has a 9 to 5 desk job, then you can prep your meals in advance and take it to lunch, and that way it is going to be easier for you to sustain a variety of diets because you have control over your meal prep. Okay, but in case you're someone, let's say, who travels a lot, and you really don't have any resources to really pack your food, like maybe you're out all day in the field and it's not, it's just not possible for you to carry your lunch, it may get bad in the heat and all those factors, then you need to choose a diet which is a little flexible. Next thing, very 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 important, budget. Yeah, this is very important, guys, because we really don't consider all this before going on a diet. But if you're really planning your diet, and you're dialing in your macros, you will need to eat certain things and not eat certain things. And because our food industry is so commercialized, higher quality food generally will be expensive. Organic ghee, organic butter, organic yogurt, okay, organic cheese, these things were very expensive and it still is. Chia seeds, sunflower seeds, these things are very expensive out here, and I'm sure that in most parts of the world these premium quality products will have premium prices. And you need to consider that before zeroing in on a diet plan. Also, it was something which you can't compromise on, because you cannot replace good quality dairy with bacon fat, because that is just going to raise your cholesterol, and again that defeats our purpose of becoming healthier from within. Okay, so you need to consider that and choose a diet which is easier for you to sustain in terms of your financial boundaries as well. Now, since I'm not on keto but I'm relatively low carb, I have a lot of flexibility because I can eat a lot of fruits and vegetables which come at a much lower price than I was doing keto. Like, I can eat bananas now, I can eat mangoes, I can eat dates, which are all quite nutritionally dense, but of course if I was doing keto, these things would not be allowed on that diet. The third factor in my experience which would be responsible to jeopardize your diet plan would be timing. And why I say timing is because let's take an example. In my community, okay, October is the month of festivals. And our festivals last for a long time. It's like at least 5 days of festivals, and then there will be 2-3 days gap, then again there will be another 5 days of festivals. So half of October is basically just partying. Now, if I was on a strict diet at around October and all, it would be a very very hard time for me to sustain that diet, because I'll have to go to invited parties, I'll have to invite people over to my home, and obviously when you go to somebody's house and they offer you something, it's kind of a mental anxiety to just contemplate saying like, no, I'm on a diet. It's socially very isolating, because when you're out in a group of friends or a group of family and everybody's enjoying food, because that's how people come close. Food is one of the ways through which people come close, and it's very isolating that you have to say no to all the food that has been prepared for you or offered to you. And so I don't want to get into that, you know what I mean. And while we are talking about timing, I also want to point out one more thing, that please also see the time of where you stand in your life. And by that I mean if you're going through a stressful relationship, if you're going through a very stressful time at job, if you're mentally just exhausted, then that probably would not be the right time to go on a fitness journey, because guys, this takes a lot of mental energy. You have to be committed to meal prepping, you have to be committed to work out. When it comes to nutrition, meal planning, if you have no nutritionist and you're doing this all by yourself, meal planning is going to take up a lot of your time and it needs a lot of concentration and focus. And if you're going through a lot of stress which you're already not being able to manage, then instead of going on a full-fledged, like, okay, I'm going to do this from tomorrow, I'm not going to go out on weekends, I'm going to stick to like working out 5 days a week, an hour every day, instead of being so harsh on yourself, give yourself some me time, some relaxing time, and just incorporate little habits which will take you towards your health journey. Like, just cut out the junk food like for a week, or first try to give up sugar or something like that, and that will slowly ease you into this lifestyle, and then it will be much easier for you to sustain. I felt these factors were just important to consider when choosing a diet if you want to be successful, because the whole point of this is we want to reach our goals, and in order to reach our goals we need to plan, and in order to plan we need to have knowledge about what we are choosing and how that's going to affect us. Okay, I hope this video was helpful. If it was, then please do leave a like and a comment, and if you like my channel or any of the content on my channel, then please do subscribe. If you have any questions, leave it in the comment section below, and until I see you guys next time, bye, take care, stay healthy.